My apologies for not dropping any content yesterday. The last 24 hours for me have been very trying, to say the least. But I did just get my daughter sent off to prom, so that is done. One thing down, 1,000,001 things to go. There's going to be a lot of changes coming to this channel. After having a conversation with someone very close to me, someone whose opinion I value very much, I'm going to start taking a more business-like approach to YouTube, to content creation, and all of that, and see what we can make of it. But I promise you guys some content, and so I'm here to deliver that. Got 2 more videos left for this series, and then I can be done with that, and I am glad because this has been very draining for me. Today we're going to talk about the false promises that a lot of fathers in our community makes. Now let me start off by saying I do not believe this is a lie told with malicious intent. I believe it's the exact opposite. I believe a lot of the times fathers are hopeful that they'd be able to come through when they make a promise. There are usually good intentions behind it, but if they can't come through and it becomes a common theme, then, it has an impact it has a lasting impact like none other. If you tell a child at 2:45 that you're going to pick them up and take them somewhere at 4, if you tell them on Tuesday that you're going to give them something on Friday, when you promise them that next week when you get back, that's when you'll have time to do something, hoop, play catch, go on a bike ride, build a tree house, whatever, and you don't show up, that child doesn't just wait an hour and 15 minutes or those 3 days or until you get back. They wait weeks, months, years for that to take place. There's an empty space that's left there, a void that can only be filled by you coming through. And I think it affected me so deeply because I never asked for shit. I never hinted at things, never expressed my desire to do things. I knew we were broke. I knew how to go out and get everything I needed, regardless if it was legal or not. Every promise that was made to me was either by my father or my stepfather, unprovoked. It wasn't them answering a question of mine. It was them making a statement. Anthony, on this day, we're going to go do this. Anthony, when I get paid on Friday, I'm going to send you some money. Son, this year, I'm going to give you whatever you want for your birthday. And I know they both really wanted to do those things for me. I know this. But after a while, those things start going through one ear and out the other. And what that really did was take away my excitement for things. To this day, I do not believe anything until I'm already living it. I promise you, I could hit the lottery and there will be no excitement, all anxiety. I wouldn't even believe I won the lottery until the money hit my account. And even then, I wouldn't believe that it's real. I would have to make a super large purchase, a purchase that I normally wouldn't have been able to make. Once that clears, then I'll believe I'm rich, bitch. I can receive the best news in the world. And by my reaction, you would think I didn't even hear it. My wife says all the time that I'm the most emotionless person that she has ever met. And that's because the circumstances that I've come up in have drained me of my emotions. This all stems from my childhood. All the times I was supposed to go somewhere, get signed up for something, get something, and it never happened. I can write an in-depth essay on how my childhood traumas have completely dictated my parenting style. And yes, I'm only one person, and I'm sure others will react differently. And it doesn't even mean that they'll have a negative response, but it's still extra baggage. Still another thing stopping someone from entering adulthood as a truly healthy individual. What's the solution? Just being honest, especially in cases where we know we're unlikely to come through. Let's keep a clear distinction between yes, no, and maybe. Because if yes means no, maybe means no, and no means no, that makes it easier for our sons and daughters to fall for all the negative yeses out there in the world. You think your son not gonna run with the homies? If the homies is coming through for all the games that you said you were going to be at, you think he not going to run with the homies? If the homies is showing him how to get the things that you said you were going to get for him, go ahead, send your daughter out into the world in that condition. Yeah, it's a P waiting on that. There's a pimp waiting to be there for her. There has to be a healthy balance. We cannot tell our sons and daughters to take the righteous path if the righteous path has equated to nothing but no's their entire lives. That's not what they're going to want for their kids. That's more than struggle love. That's struggle life. And although we all may struggle at times, that's not what the majority of our life experiences should be. Just something for y'all to consider, man. It is going to deeply affect that child. Say yes when you know you can come through. Say no when you know you cannot. And keep that maybe neutral. And no, this isn't all fathers or only fathers. Only you know if this fits you or not. If it does, let's find a way to be better.